My mother and I were evacuated to Hereford, and then she wanted to join the WAF because
She was evacuated from where?
from Birmingham.
Birmingham, right?
So she wanted to join the WAF, and I was in a very small school in Hereford, being the only boarder, and the school was run by Eleanor Brent Dyer, which I doubt if it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was suggested I joined the school at Croft Castle, which had been evacuated from Bullingham, St Elizabeth's as it was known then, and that they were evacuated in 1939, but I joined them in 1941, and I was 9 at the time, nearly 10. And when I got there, of course, I was looked after by what I call a big girl called Dorothy. And I was there until, well, we left in 1945 when the war ended and moved to Broxford Court, also in Hereford, of course. But other than that, I did go home, except I've got one letter that says, I have some very disappointing news for you. We're not able to come home at Easter. Now that would have been probably about 42 or 43, because the trains were being used for the soldiers and no civilians were going to be allowed. Certainly not a whole lot of us, because when we all went home to Birmingham, that was my group, of course, so we didn't go home then at all. And also I've got letters to say, Mummy, thank you for coming to see me. So
Yes.
I can remember once looking up, and there was my mother coming down in her uniform, coming down to see me. And that was wonderful. And we went to Yarpole, a place called Yarpole, where she stayed the night.
Just round the corner. Yeah.
Yes, and we had a cup of tea there, right? Proper nice cake or something. And then came.
So how would she have got there then?
I suppose by bus, walked from the. You see, she was in the WAF then. She was stationed in Hereford for a time.